My hand here a BNC crimping tool. Okay, so we've done a lot of testing in terms of BNC crimping tools over the last number of months, and this is certainly the best tool that we've come across to date. I'm just going to cover the key features on this, and I'll give a demonstration of this actually being used for crimping on a BNC connection onto this length of RG59 cable. So the first thing to note is if we just there's a ratchet action on it, so we can get a very tight squeeze fit on it. If we ratchet it all the way in here, we'll see there's absolutely no daylight in between the jaws, and it's a real heavy set of jaws on this particular one, so it gives an extremely good crimp. We'll see there's three different options in terms of the actual crimping. The outer cable here is what I use, or hole here is what I use when I'm crimping the RG59 cable. If I'm doing the center pin, I'll use the small hole here, and if I come along here, this is a smaller one, and I haven't used this in any of the cables. It's just not applicable to my particular uses or for products that we sell on TV trade. So what we're going to do here is, normally we'll say where poor quality BNC crimping tools will let themselves down is that you'll find that the jaws won't match perfectly, and in particular when it comes to the center hole here, it will not be able to properly crimp on the center pin. Now, in terms of what we'll be clamping it onto, the cable that most people are using in the industry is RG59, so the core wire on that is normally around 0.55 or 0.6 millimeters. So the pin that we'll be crimping onto it will normally be either have an internal hole diameter of about 0.7 millimeters, or there's a larger pin also on the market that's about 1.1 millimeters. And we've tested this with both types of pin, and it works perfectly. And indeed, we've also tested this tool with, we'll say, RG6 cable, and it also works perfectly. Okay, so what we'll move on now is to the actual fitting of the pin. So what we'll do first of all, I'm just going to put this pin on here, you see, and I just slide it on, so you can see. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push this down here. Again, I'll just go all the way through, over to there a little bit. And what we'll do is I'll just start to slide this through. Push the pin through like this. What I can do is I can just crimp it on, and we can see we have a very tight crimp onto this. So next what I'll do is I'll actually come along and put the outer housing on, and what we need to do is just gently feed this through, the center pin coming through. I can just push it on like that, and we see we have the center pin coming all the way up, and what I'll do now is I'll just slide on the collar here. So next I come along and I just want to clamp on the outer collar, which is obviously the purpose of this is to hold the actual connector onto the outer cable itself. And we can crimp it all the way on here, and it gives quite a good fix. Sometimes what I do here is I actually just rotate it slightly, and I'll just, at the very end here, I'll just come along and crimp it a second time to get that extra tight fit on it, and it's extremely good connection here. Okay, so you can see the tool in action here. Hopefully give you confidence in the tool itself, but certainly from our testing anyhow, this is the best BNC crimping tool on the market.